Hello, what's up, Nostalgia Nation? I am back for another stream. Gosh, it seems anytime I miss a stream, it feels like forever goes by. like it feels like forever that I haven't seen you guys or streamed or talked or anything. I have put out. Well, I think the reason why is because the last two videos I've posted, I busted my butt in December to get those done to have them auto post by themselves. For the first week, 2 weeks of January. So I really haven't been doing a lot on the channel, like live personally. So like maybe I'm kind of right to feel that way, I guess. And then I missed last week's stream, Friday the 9th of January, because I was out of town. So hopefully, and I feel confident in saying that we should get back to normal schedule a little bit more now because we're streaming today. I'll be back Friday for Final Fantasy VI, and then the next 2 weeks it'll be Wednesday and Friday like normal. So today we're doing the Dragon Quest 7. I was gonna say Dragon Quest 8. That'd be amazing as well. Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined demo, which I am so excited to play for several reasons, which we'll get into here in a sec. But first, what's up, Jesse, in the chat? I think it might just be me and you to kick it off. How's your trip going? How's your hotel room? Is it nice? I don't know if you mentioned where your trip is. Maybe you did. But let me know. Those are always fun. I will miss the business trips more than anything with my old company. I would go on like leadership, offsites and leadership what do you call them, summits and stuff like that, where you'd, meet up and get taken out to lunch and dinner and do the boring meetings and then do a fun thing. And like, it was always a good time. I'll miss those times with, good work friends and stuff. But I don't miss much else about that job. And I'm having a freaking blast at my new job doing the writing for the Godslayer and hopefully other games in the future. So that's been amazing. Tuck Tuck, speaking of awesome friends from my old work, Tuck's here too. Rub it in, bro, says Joseph. Dude, Joe, what's up? Are you at work today too? We got lots of sweet people jumping in all of a sudden. But Jesse says, never played any of the Dragon Quest games before. Dude, I could see Jesse getting super hooked on Dragon Quest. This is like, I don't know. Just with what I know about your taste, like I feel like you'll really love Dragon Quests. Um, Houston, you're in Houston. That's cool. Room is nice. Tuck's just working away. Okay. Well, it sounds like we need to get some entertainment started for you guys or at work and doing stuff that isn't always the funnest, right? So let's do this. And Joe Bulkin's in here. Hi, what's up, Joe? How's the Final Fantasy 9 progress coming? And also, how are you doing? Hopefully you're doing really well. Okay. So let's go to oh, you know what? Let's bring up do this. I'm going to bring up a browser here and search Dragon Quest 7. Now, um, let me take over. Let me have my screen here. Jump in for us. Gonna get rid of the background so we can jump to here. Okay. Dragon Quest 7, dude. This came out in the year 2000. Now, actually, let's start at the beginning. So Jesse had mentioned I've never played a Dragon Quest game before. Of course, Dragon Quest is kind of where it all started. The whole JRPG scene kind of started with Dragon Quest. Final Fantasy is the bigger one here in the West, but I am not exaggerating when I say Dragon Quest is a massive deal in Asia, in Japan. When I lived there, if you guys recall, I served my mission in Japan, which means I proselyted Christianity for my church for 2 years there. Um, I worked for a Japanese company for a long time, worked with a lot of Japanese people. So, um, when I tell you that it's built into their culture, I mean it. To the point where when we were doing missionary work, I don't know if this happened. Joe in the chat also lived in Japan doing the same thing I did around the same time. In the areas where I lived during my missionary service, it was 2004 to 2006. A Dragon Quest game came out, and I can't recall which one it is. It was 8. I think it was 8 came out. No, that came out before then. But anyway, a Dragon Quest game came out when I was there, and it's considered a national holiday. Japan considers the release of a Dragon Quest game as a national holiday. Nobody goes to work. Nobody goes to school. I mean, they have to go to school, but um, like so many people take it off work from the workforce that they just don't have work that day a lot of the time. Like it's that big. So Dragon Quest really started everything. It was, of course, from the company called Enix first, which now merged with Square to be SquareSoft to become Square Enix. But for the longest time, Enix and SquareSoft were competing against each other. Were you in the Final Fantasy camp or were you in the Dragon Quest camp? So there's a lot of history here, a lot of history. And I'm the same as Jesse, where I never played a Dragon Quest game until they started to come out on the DS. The DS ports, I would say, they're not like remasters or remakes. They were ports. And I played Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6, which were like the big ones, kind of like Final Fantasy. Like 4, 5, and 6 is where they really kicked it into high gear. And I didn't beat them. I was like, oh, these are fun, but like they didn't grab me, you know. Um, quick break for the chat. Clara got blown up. Okay, so you're at a good part of the game. This is where it starts to get really good, Joe. But yeah, JRPG granddaddy. Exactly. This is the grandfather of JRPGs. And what's crazy to me, and I'm probably going to make a whole video about this, is uh Dragon Quest hasn't changed. In 40 years, I think it's its 40th anniversary this year or close to it. I might be wrong on that, but it's close to it. It's as old as me, dude, this game series. In fact, it might be older. Um, it has not changed. The battle system has, unlike Final Fantasy, which has fallen from grace and absolutely crashed and burned and doesn't have an identity anymore or a soul anymore. Dragon Quest is the same, dude. Dragon Quest, you play Dragon Quest 11, Echoes in Elusive Age, the most recent one. It's like it feels just like Dragon Quest 8, which I bring up specifically because that's the one I beat and that's my favorite one. That's the only Dragon Quest I've ever beat. Maybe I beat 9 on the DS. I got pretty far into that one. So, oh, Adam's father, what's up, dude? Rest in peace, Quina. Yeah. More to come on that. I won't spoil anything. That's ancient, says Adam's father. Much like me and Adam's father, we're ancient too. Um, so I beat 8. Now my experience with 7. Wise Basic, I forgot it's Wednesday. What's up, dude? Wise, my friend, how are you? It's always amazing to see your name pop up. Let's take a sec to recognize our esteemed, beautiful channel member names. The green ones here: Joe Stewart, Tuck Tuck, Wise Basic. We got lots of members in here right now, so super shout out to you guys and Ixels. I just say Ixels. It's Ixel but Imaginator. What's up, my man? Hopefully you're doing really well. Um, so my experience with Dragon Quest 7 specifically, my buddy got it on PS1. He just thought it looked really charming. We were way into JRPGs. I went to his house and we spent like a day of hanging out playing it. And I remember even watching it. I was like, this is cool, but it's not really catching me that much. There was just something about it that just didn't really grab me. And as you can see, like original screenshots here. See if I can pull this up. Here's the wiki page. You can see like what it kind of originally looked like. I mean, it's charming, right? Charming as heck. PS1 like through and through. And it's very, very rudimentary Dragon Quest. The characters follow behind you like that. They're little sprites on a semi 3D world map. Like this is what pretty much all Dragon Quests look like. So I tried it. I think I even borrowed it from him and I was like, this isn't for me. Ended up loving 8, but way later. Now we're going to jump way later to the 3DS days. They remake Dragon Quest 7 and 8 on 3DS. I played through again and beat 8 again on 3DS. And I was like, sweet, I'm going to retry Dragon Quest 7. I downloaded it, bought it, downloaded it, got about a few hours in, and again was like, I just don't know. Even with this kind of, it was more of a heavy remaster than a remake, but I was like, I'm still not quite feeling it. But we're not playing Dragon Quest 7 remastered or even remake today. We're playing Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined. And I think that's very important that they've put a brand new subtitle on it that we've never heard before. There's the 3DS version that I got. Reimagined is something Square Enix has not done. Are we eventually going to see Final Fantasy IX reimagined? Is this going to be a new coined term? How amazing would that be? Because I know this is a very long-winded intro, but it's important. I wanted to kind of dive into the history of this before we checked it out for some context. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is exactly that. What they've done, if you saw my posts leading up to this stream, they have actually built real life puppets, real life dolls, and scanned those into the computer to be in the game. So the character models you're seeing here are not CGI at their roots. They are literally dolls. Like that is incredible. So you go from this, I know my chat's kind of covering up the screenshot, to this. No, this is the 3DS remake. It was a remake. I forgot. To this. Like to this. Amazing. And of course they're turn-based battles. They never abandoned that like Final Fantasy did. So I'm so excited. Let's go, says Wise. Never played a Dragon Quest game. It's one of those games that I felt like I wanted to more than I actually will whenever I play it. That's exactly what I was saying, Ixels. I'd say the battle system changed, says Joe. I said the thing about a conditional turn-based battle system that was implemented into 11. Yeah, there has been changes for sure. Like it hasn't gone unevolved like Pokemon, no pun intended. Again, that has evolved too, but like I always use Pokemon as that example because they're so stuck in the past. I feel like Dragon Quest has evolved while still staying rooted in the past. Maybe that's a better way to say it. Reimaginator, dude. Why didn't I think of that? That should have been on the thumbnail. Okay. So with that said, let's dive in and check this out. I'm so freaking excited to see what this is like. I have a feeling, I might be wrong, but I have a feeling this might be what turns me around for this game. This might be the one where I'm like, okay, I'm in it to win it now. Let's play. Says Wise Babel, howdy, howdy, dude. What's up? I got so many great people in here right now. So I'm on it on Steam. I do believe if I were to buy this, I'll have to start over because I'm not going to buy it on Steam. I'd get it on the Switch too, I think, if this was a game that I end up deciding to buy. Ready? Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I'm so excited. If anything, the art style has me just absolutely pumped. It's freaking adorable. Look at the character models. All right, the Coke's done. I would never buy a Switch 2, says Joe. I honestly, as a super fan, I had to. I love it to death, but I totally understand where you're coming from. 2026 may be the year where that changes a little bit. It depends on what Nintendo announces. The narrative will turn around for Switch 2, but it's going to take a minute. This is not the Switch 1 era anymore. Nintendo, you can't rest on your laurels. You got to step it up in 2026. Faux show. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, save data created. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, my man Tyler's here. Dude, what up, Tyler? Me either, yeah. I couldn't get past the opening stages on the original. That's exactly what I was saying, Babel. Me neither. And it's cool because I don't know if you guys know, this isn't a spoiler because you find it out right at the start. The game takes place on one tiny little island. You think so anyway. It opens up, but at first you're like, this whole freaking 100-hour RPG takes place on an island with 2 towns? No way. But at the start of the game, that's the entire world, which is really unique. I like that premise a lot. Game can start a little slow. I do remember that. But you know what? I think the art style is going to get me through it. Hope everyone's been doing well, dude. I'm doing so well. As usual, you guys will have to tell me once we get going how the audio balance is between my yapper and the game itself. I should probably have gotten my DualSense. I'm still using my 8-bit Do controller, but whatever. Oh, this song, legendary. I gotta just shut up. This is such a staple song in gaming. See a treasure chest already. I love that they're little dioramas, the set pieces. It's beautiful. Kiefer. I don't remember the kid on the wolf's name. That's Maribel, if I remember right. I can't even remember the main character's name. Does he have one by default? Probably. The graphics blow my mind. I know who that is, but I won't say it. I forget their names too. Oh man, so cool. Just the charm is off the charts with this game. Off the charts. Great soundtrack, yeah. Now that I'm yapping over the song, we'll leave the song here while I get caught up on chats. Let me know if I need to turn up the game, turn down the game, whatever. Sorry, but Nintendo just wants every piece of your wallet and does not care about their consumers. But Valve, on the other hand, actually goes out of their way to care and help. No, you're totally right. I mean, I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I can totally admit you're correct on that point. Absolutely. Nintendo, they're really good at a lot of things. One of them is bleeding their customers dry, bro. Like, I remember during the 3DS era, DS games still costing $40. Like, they never go down in price. Whereas I remember, like, PlayStation will come out with a PS exclusive, like Ghost of Tsushima, for example, and like within 3 months, it's like $40. Like, amazing. But still love Nintendo games. Don't get me wrong. Maybe game down a bit. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Uh-oh, we're gonna try, we're gonna have to do this. Hopefully I won't have to jump out of the game too much. You can see all my streaming stuff to get my mouse back anyway. Still not the best at navigating streaming Steam games. How's it going, Daywalker? What's up, my man? I was gonna actually text you, Daywalker. We need to set up a hangout for sure. The art direction is super charming. Kiefer is still hard to look at. His face. I've been seeing so many people compare him to what is that movie with the puppets? Matt Damon in the what is that movie called? Like America Force. It's on the tip of my tongue. And it's so accurate. It's so funny. Turn down the game a little, please. Can still hear, but the game is a bit loud. Volume a bit loud. You can just go in the settings and change it. That's right. I probably should have done that before we started. Team America, thank you. That's what it is. Team America. Go look at Matt Damon in Team America. It's Kiefer, like 100%. Okay, A is confirmed. Controls. How's the audio, by the way? I turned it down a little bit. Maybe it's still a little too loud. Audio setting. Maybe we'll control that here. How about we turn it down to 8? Everything down to 8. Voice language? 日本語にしようか。英語か日本語にしようか。じゃあ自分で買えば日本語でやりましょう。ストリームで英語でやりましょう。We'll do it in English for stream. Text language, that's cool. Inactive window sounds. All right, we're good there, I think. Display, here's what I'm looking for. This might help with stream. We'll put it on windowed, yeah? Resolution, frame rate 120 FPS. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Graphics options. Resolution scaling is the highest. Auto adjust quality. We're going to prioritize performance, actually. Models, high, auto image quality adjustment. Apply auto adjustment for graphical quality. On, I guess. Anti-aliasing. Yep. Yep. Everything's high, high, high. We go higher than that? Can you take me higher? Yeah, that looks good to me. Okay. No, cringe. Don't do it. It isn't worth it. Don't do what? I'm trying to think. Yamete kudasai. Yamete kudasai, says Babel. Can you take me? I had to. I had to. Now it's going to be stuck in all your heads. Dude, there's freaking 15 save slots here. Enter a name. Wow, so the protagonist doesn't have a name? I thought he did. We'll do my name. We won't do Imaginator. Had to do it, yeah. Please don't put on Japanese voice acting. So you think Japanese voice acting is cringe, huh? Even though it's the native tongue of the game? That's an interesting take. I respect it. Are you happy to proceed? Yes. Why not begin by adjusting the various systems? Like, I already did that. Anytime. That's good. We're going to do English. Oh, this is interesting. Please choose the kind of adventure you'd like to have. Wow, look at all the... Can I change those independently? Oh, no. It's just showing easygoing, happy medium, tough going, set freely. You can adjust it. Wow. That's actually really cool. I've never seen an RPG do this before. I'm sure it's not the first, but you can independently do damage dealt, experience earned, proficiency. Wow. Gold acquired, monster strength. You can just tweak the balance of the whole game. You can do whatever, and I'm assuming anytime you can go into the menu and just be like, I just need a little more gold. I just need to level up a little faster. That's incredible. I'm just going to do happy medium for now. Whoa. Crazy. If I remember right, the hero's default name is Oster? Oh. I recommend that you send the proficiency earned to high. Since this is just the demo, I'm probably just going to go by defaults, but mental noted for sure, Joe. Like, if I end up getting this. That's a pretty awesome setup idea. Yeah, right? And I love this too. Look, it's like, decide how much axis you want the camera to be on. Camera's vertical axis. Inverted. No, we want normal. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. We'll just go with the defaults for now. I trust them. Gotta remember A is confirm. Okay, brightness. Choose whatever brightness looks best to you. I like brighter. Let's go like here. Okay, is that it? Adventure log successfully created. You can keep using this adventure log in the full version of the game. Which I'll have to start over because I'll get it on Switch too if I get it. There's the island. Usually pretty good for the Japanese actors, but it's available. I'd rather have English. Is the game volume good now? Do I need to turn it down a bit more? I am loving this art style so far. And I'll give you my hot take in just a sec on the art style.
Right. That's enough for one day. Time for me to head back to the castle. Now then, how do we get out of here? Of course, here we are. You push that side, all right? And remember, not a word about this place.
Sounds good to me. Volume is solid. Thanks, guys.
Even my father doesn't know about it.
Daywalker, how are you doing, by the way? Like,
there's
what's new with you?
There's more to the world than this island, and we're going to prove it. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
So that's how it's going to be, is it? You're still not going to tell me what you're up to?
These character models they're blowing my mind. It looks so beautiful. Kiefer was just like, don't tell anyone. I'm gonna say yes. Look how cute she is. I have to say yes.
Well, I don't care anyway, because I'm not going to waste my breath asking you again. But you haven't heard the last of this. I'm going to find out what you're plotting, and I'm going to tell everyone. So there.
He's all ashamed.
I almost forgot. Tomorrow's the day of the pilchard harvest. I better be getting off to bed. And so had you. It only comes round once a year, you know. See you later, Mr. Mysterious.
They're so cool looking. Okay, use L to walk around, hold RT, moving what to dash. Okay. A to interact, Y to open the menu. That always threw me off is Dragon Quest always used Y instead of like the top button, like X, like in Final Fantasy to open the menu. That's okay. I'm wondering about the menus. I know one of my big turnoffs for playing Dragon Quest back in the day was the menu systems were super archaic and clunky. Okay, so that's run. Yes! Yes! New menus where you can see, like, it's YouTube it or something. Look at the old menu system. It's bad. It's like very clunky. Um, it needed quality of life improvements big time. It's like you have to do anything. You want to do anything. You want to equip something. You want to talk to somebody. Like it was so clunky. Look at this. And you can rotate the character models. He's literally got a freaking slugger. He's got a baseball bat to start. Do not get in my way. You're going to get baseball batted in the teeth. Zoom. A journal. A monster list. A bestiary is in here. Traveler's tips. Achievements. Dude, that looks amazing. Fledging fisherman. Fisherman is how he starts his job. Wow. This is... I cannot even tell you how big of an improvement this is over the original. I'm already like... I'm very hopeful for this game. By the way, real quick, I'm going to go into audio settings again. Whoops. Keep pushing the wrong button. And just do the voices all the way up. Even though we turned everything else to 8, let's turn that. Let's keep that 10 so you can hear the dialogue better. It does look awesome. If they are based off of dolls, the figures better be top tier. Dude, I want to buy those dolls. That's what I'm saying. They better sell those. It's telling me to go in the house, but I don't want to yet. I really am trying to, like, move the camera down. But it's a fixed camera angle. It doesn't let you go down to the ground. But that's, like, what I feel inclined to do. It's a very heavy stone. It'd take more than one young man to move it. Pick up barrels, too. Oh, that's right. This is in the original. You can, you just check the barrels and they just pop. But in this one, he picks them up. That's cool. And there are items. That's something that RPGs have lost nowadays is searching barrels and pots and everything in every room for items. It's not really a thing anymore. And it's one of my favorite things about old RPGs. That'll be fun to do in this one. Kitty. Pet the kitty. I would have allergies until I died. 1 gold coin. Over the weekend, this last weekend when I was out of town, there's a sparkle there. Did you see the sparkle? Can't get it though. I was out of town and I was at my sister's house. She has a cat. And I don't know what it was. My allergies were worse than they've ever been. And I came back with like, I looked like the biggest crackhead. This eye was sunken and it was bloodshot red, like through and through. And my ear swelled up. I looked like the freaking guy from the Goonies. Hey, you guys. 100%. It wrecked me. Yay, a gold coin. Destruction of personal property, my favorite part of RPGs. Me too. I tried it in real life and the cops had to talk to me and everything. It's just, it didn't work as well in real life. Walk into somebody's house in the middle of the night and smash their stuff. They didn't like that at all. It's Colby's mother, Pearl. That's not my mom's name. Colby, is that you? It's time for bed, young man. Up that ladder with you. You need to be up bright and early tomorrow. Pollock. It's Colby's father, Pollock. He's fast asleep. Quasimodo, yeah. Pretty much. Here's the chest we saw in the cutscene. Wayfarer's clothes. Okay, let's try it. We go. Plain clothes, Wayfarers, from 8 to 11. I love that how you can see right there on the main landing page what everybody's gear is across the bottom. That's really cool. And you just hit A on them to change it. Or you can go here and look here. I think you can do it from here as well. Yeah. Wow, dude, the menu, that's a huge W. That was a struggle with the old ones. Even with Dragon Quest VIII, which I loved and beat, the menu systems were always terrible in Dragon Quest. Colby's bed. You ready to turn in? The answer is always yes to that question.
Wakey, wakey, young man. You can't stay in bed all morning. It's the most important day of the year in Pilchard Bay. The day of the Pilchard harvest. Your father is already headed over to meet Mayor May by the jetty.
Mayor Mayday?
Now get up and get yourself ready. Come on, chop chop.
That poor heavyset lady has to climb a ladder to go up to my room every day. That's gotta be tough on her. Why don't they have stairs?
All set? It wouldn't do for a fisherman's son to sleep in, you know.
Voice is echoing. Okay, I'll turn it down.
Head down to the jetty this instant. Your
Try
father
that.
needs your help. Oh, before you go,
No, it's not supposed to be doing that. My mic is picking up on my speakers is what's happening. I really just need to switch over to use headphones, but haven't done it yet. I should probably start doing, now that I got my new mic set up, I should probably switch over to headphones again. But that's not a problem. So for now, I just turn it down on my speakers. Let me know if that helps. Got it. Cool. I fixed it.
take this to your father, will you? You know how he likes his pilchards.
Ooh, a Sando. Yummy.
Well, off you go now. Take that sandwich down to the ship and make sure he gets it.
Okay. Just these graphics are so cool, man. Take that sandwich down to the ship and make sure your father gets it. Looks so cool. Honestly, this would look incredible on a Switch 2's screen. Just saying.
Oh,
Welcome to the item shop. How can I serve you? See what you got, boy. Goldfish crackers. Fish crackers. Pilchard pie. Those both look delicious. I literally have 1 coin. They started me with no money. Wow. That looks like Mirabelle's parents. Hey, you're a local lad, aren't you? And you want to be a fisherman when you grow up, am I right? No. What? Why have I not?
oh,
I'm not normally even up by this time, you know, but this morning I walked all the way from Estud, the one other town on the island. Well, a spot of exercise every now and then never hurt anyone. For sure, dog. That's what I've been trying to do more lately. Gotta get my steps in. Trucker, dude, what's up? How's it going? I'm new here. How's everyone doing? Welcome, says Jesse. Doing well. Good to hear. Dude, how are you? What are you up to today? Trying the Dragon Quest VII Reimagined demo, which I've been looking forward to for a long time. Babel, it does. My Switch 2 is my primary gaming machine. My potato computer can't really do anything fancy. PC gaming is too much of a moving target to afford. That's a really good way to phrase it. I've never been into PC gaming either. In fact, you guys have watched me play my first games on stream ever, which haven't been many, just because it was convenient for those couple games we played, like the Pragmata demo last week. Check that out if you're interested. Yeah, not a PC gamer. I have a PC now that's very capable. Raziel, friend of the channel, built a new rig for me, which is really nice. I might get into some more VR stuff on PC, but chest is locked. We'll have to help me remember this treasure chest if we can come back and get it later. But yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's a moving target. Like, I just like the convenience of consoles. People are like, PC Master Race, like, for sure, technically speaking. But like, I'd rather just be comfortable on my couch and know that the game I pop in is optimized for that system and it's just gonna work. It's just easier for me. I've just never been into the PC gaming scene. I wonder how long they'll be out at sea this year. I just pray that my dear hubby and his shipmates make it back in one piece.
Ah.
Fishermen are the real heroes. I say this every year, but I wish I'd married a fisherman when I had the chance. I'm going to tell your husband you said that. Is this your husband? Oh, to sail the seas in a mighty ship like Captain Pollock and his crew. Word is they're going to venture even further north than usual this year. Look at this little dude. These graphics are so charming, man. I love it. We learned about it at school. Mayor Mayday's great granddad started it. That's why it's so great. Okay, we don't want to do the quest yet. I want to finish exploring town. Just scheduling some shorts. Nothing too crazy here. Nice. Are you not working today then? By the way, so yeah, I ran into Trucker out in the wild, just out in public. We started talking. He also has a channel that he's getting going. So anybody that's interested in Helldivers, that kind of thing, I think maybe even some VR stuff. I could be wrong on that, Trucker, but check out his channel and subscribe for sure. I say, it's Colby. A very good morning to you, young man. You'll be aptly assisting your father today, no doubt. Well, bravo. Look how freaking rich these people are. I wish my old dear daughter were as helpful as you, but oh no, she rushed off before breakfast, and I haven't seen hide nor hair of her since. Is this Maribel's house? Yeah, that's right. She's rich. My Mirabelle be the death of me. Where in heaven can she be? I do wish I could kind of zoom close. I wish you could bring that camera down. That's not very Dragon Quest if you could. I wish you could, because I want to look at these character models closer, and I want to look at the assets a little closer. I feel it's a little bit of a shame that you can't get closer to them. I was made to be a maid, and I get paid to be a maid. I pray my looks will never fade. Why are you rhyming? I gotta remember the run button. What am I doing walking around? Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, for sure, man. I worked the closing shift tonight, enjoying my morning off. Nice. Good for you. Because you're not an MC? Fair point. In Mini Maris, there is a setting that zooms the camera in. What? What? Is that the thing I skipped? Oh, there's the map. Dog, hold on. Screen settings, display options, graphics options, screen settings, show the HUD, objective marker. Dude, hold on. If there is, that's gonna be wild. Okay, it's not controls, it's not battle. Screen, display brightness, color, HUD, audio, difficulty, display mode. That's for that game itself. Fog level. Gotta go, but have fun. See you guys around. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Thanks for stopping in today. That was awesome to see you here. I'll try and catch your streams once you're on there as well, for sure. Dude, Joe, do not play with my emotions. Where's the zoom? Play brightness, color vision support. That's kind of cool. Color vision support level. Show HUD, objective marker. Do I have to exit all the way out, maybe? There it is in controls. Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't suspect it'd be in controls. Camera distance far. Near. Oh! Ooh! Wait, what? Okay. That's better. It's still not on the floor. I wasn't really expecting that, but that's amazing. Leather hat. Dude, Joe for the win. Thanks for pointing that out. Now, hold on. I have to just... Hold on. First of all, let's put on this. Controls, camera distance. I can see it in the background. It's super blurred, but... Yeah, that's much better. Invert the axes. Camera speed. I feel like that needed to be a little higher, actually. Let's do that. Not using a mouse. I wonder if the Switch 2 version has mouse controls. Yeah, that's better. Hairband. I don't imagine I can equip that. I'm going to be pushing X every time I go into that menu. That's going to be for the girls to wear. I use this setting. When does this game come out? When does the actual game come out? I can't remember. It's next month? February? Oh, we went in here already. The church. Oh, yeah, the churches where they can cure your disease and all that stuff. Whether you're a fisherman or a humble servant of the Almighty, the Pilchard Harvest is always the most exciting day of the year. I pray that the Almighty will watch over our village as brave fishermen. Disaster will strike if I know my RPGs. Well, if it isn't John Colby, I imagine you'll be helping your father out today. I can't believe you're 16 already. Oh, I was wondering how old he was. Well, that you've grown up to be such a strapping young fellow. Come to that. I remember the day you were born like it was yesterday. Ah, what a to-do day that was. But that's enough reminiscing. It must be almost time for the ship to set sail. You need to get yourself to the jetty. Don't let your father down, will you? February. It's like mid to end February, if I remember right. One of the first big ones of the year from Square Enix. Of course, we gotta search their drawers. 10 gold. $7. $5. We're getting up there. We're getting rich. Maybe I can buy one thing now at the shop. Okay, I think we explored all this. She's blocking the path. Pilchard Bay. Where are you going? Today's the day of the Pilchard Harvest, you know? Everybody's probably gathered on Mayor Mayday's boat already. You should get a move on. Oh, his name's Mayday. That's not foreshadowing. That's not a good sign. All right, let's go. I think that's about all I can do here. There's Father.
I respect your opinion, Pollock, but I don't see why we can't just head to the usual fishing spot.
Oh, I need to auto-advance. Auto-play scenes.
When the
There we go.
ocean tells me something, I have to listen. I've been studying the currents and tides, and we need to cast our nets elsewhere this year. A fisherman's job is to follow the fish. Where they go, we go. End of story.
With your knowledge of the Japanese language, have you thought about streaming some classic games that never made it stateside, like the Legend of Xanadu titles? I've never heard of those. Or the original set of the Legend of Heroes. Excuse me. I have thought about that. In fact, I've thought about a lot of stuff to utilize my Japanese somehow on the channel, including doing Japanese lessons, which I've mentioned before. But that is a massive undertaking. So I haven't taken the plunge yet with that, but I think I could really put together a great course that will help people learn Japanese very quickly. That is maximum level of effort, and I can't predict how much payback that will get, so I don't know if it's worth my time yet. I'm still researching it. But as far as your question goes, playing Japanese games, especially ones that never were localized, I think that's a fantastic idea. The problem is, if you're not aware, Japanese is an interesting language. If you use Spanish, for example, if you speak Spanish, you read and write Spanish as well. Like, it's the same thing. They're different skill sets for sure, but like relatively close in that they're very intertwined. Japanese is not that way. You can be absolutely fluent, like native level fluent in Japanese, which I'm not. I would say I'm like a tier or two below that, but I can carry conversations no problem, but like I can't step into a business meeting and understand what's going on, you know? Or you get interesting lingo that's used in like RPGs and such. Sometimes it's hard to follow. But even though I'm pretty proficient with speaking, you go into reading and writing and I'm like a preschooler level, like at best. I could do it. The streams would be very monotonous because I would sit there. It would take me like a minute to read like this dialogue right here, like this long. It would take me like 30 seconds to read it. I'd probably have to look up a couple kanji because they use kanji all over the place. It would be rough. It would be really, really rough. Jesse confirms. True, Spanish is spelled the same as it's written. Yeah. And I don't know Spanish, so I can't speak for that. But I know that, you know, the writing, you write, what you see is what you get, basically. Japanese, it's like learning two different languages. It's pretty wild. There's actually 3 alphabets in Japanese. The third being kanji, which has like 3,000 characters to be fluent. I know maybe 50. Yeah, spoken as it's written. Okay, let's keep going.
You're not wrong, but the thing is... Oh, look who's here. You've come to give your father a hand, I take it?
You two
But I've thought
say
about it,
that.
Babel, quite a bit.
Now, are you ready to actually do some work for a change? Oh, the first things first. Please tell me you brought me one of your mother's sandwiches. Oh, I'm famished.
He's roasting me already. About ready to do some work for once. Doing it in video form might be nice though, Babel. Like I could play through some games in video form because that way I could edit out a lot of research and stuff that I need to do in the middle of it.
There's nothing like pilchards in the morning.
Even just as like a
I can't
preview
set
video,
sail
like
without one of these.
highlights of the game.
Well, stop staring at me like that, lad. You put me off my pilchards. You wanna swab the decks or something?
Swab the deck.
Arr!
Dude, Dad is jacked. He's probably so disappointed in me.
Oh. Well, if it ain't young Colby, your dad's been waiting for ye. It won't be long till your first fishing voyage, now will it? You'll learn all you can from your old man, you hear? He's the very best there is.
I'd rather be a warrior adventurer, dog. I don't want to be a fisherman. There's Mirabelle hiding. Hi.
Get lost, will you? You're gonna blow my cover.
Yes?
Who's over there? Well, well, if it isn't young Mirabelle, looks like I caught me a stowaway. God, why is it such a big deal anyway? Why can't you just let me come fishing with you? Go on, just forget you saw me, please. Did I mention how tasty your stew is? Really? You'll have to tell me the recipe someday. Flattery will get you nowhere, young lady, and it certainly won't get you passage on this ship. Now get out of here before I tell your father what you've been up to. And as for you, young man, I've got a pile of potatoes that need peeling. It's all your fault. I hate you.
You think they're like besties, you know, the typical RPG, like boy and girl from the village, like, oh, we're besties. No, she's like, you're the worst. She's the snobby rich girl in town.
Plus, it's not fair.
Oh, I missed it. I gotta turn auto accelerate off, or auto play scenes.
I know all the grown-ups say there's nothing out there except more ocean, but you're lying to us, and I know it. I'll get you back for this. I'll tell everyone where you and Prince Kiefer have been sneaking off to. I mean it.
Don't give away our secret. Team America will rip me a new one. Feel like the mayor is such an aristocratic voice. So slow. This does look like a fun game. Wait till you see the battles, Jesse. They're pretty fun. They're very cute. Set of rags. I got a locked camera in here.
Oh, there you are, Kobe. You took your time. I've nearly finished peeling these potatoes.
That was fast.
By the way, I couldn't help but notice you getting an earful off of young Mirabelle. Ah, she's a spirited one, that lass.
So you don't need my help with potatoes anymore? Cool. Sweet, I got out of work again. Dad'll be proud.
No.
It's almost time for us to set sail. I know you can't wait to taste adventure on the high seas, but you're still no more than a codling. You'd be more of a burden than a help. Don't be sore now. Keep up the good work and you'll get there in the end. I know you'll make a fine fisherman one day.
Are you kicking me off the ship, Dad?
You're my flesh and blood, after all. In the meantime, you've a very important job to keep you busy, looking after your mother. Keep the old girl safe while I'm away, you hear?
Now,
Weigh anchor, hoist the mainsail.
What's this dog doing on the ship? He looks like he should be at a banquet. Just wish I had more time to play games. I know, dude.
What's changes, precious?
Call him in the chat. Shout out to Joe.
You ruined it.
Jesse's right on top of it.
Precious. What's changes, eh?
My family just finished our yearly marathon a couple weeks ago. There you are. I don't know who's speaking.
thanks.
I've been looking for you everywhere. The king requests an audience. A rather urgent one, it would seem. You know the way Estard Castle to Estard Castle, of course. Simply follow the path northwest from Pilchard Bay. Your cooperation in this matter would be greatly appreciated.
You're not going to escort me there or anything? Apparently it's not that important.
So you got summoned to the castle again. Lucky old Jew. Well, guess what? I'm coming too. That all right with you?
Yeah.
All right then, let's get moving, shall we?
All right. You can talk to your traveling companion. That's what it was talking about when I was pressing B, and it's like there's no one to talk to yet. Let's see how the reimagining fixed this. It wasn't broken before, but I'm eager to see what they did with this. Because this was a fun gimmick, but it was also a little clunky in the originals, if I remember right. A notification will appear in the top right corner of the screen when a companion is itching to strike up a conversation, so they'll proactively try and reach out too. Be sure to check in with them often. They might just have a nice bit of know-how to relay. Freaking cool. That's kind of like the Tales games, where you have those conversations that pop up all the time. They'll chat about all sorts of things, from funny little thoughts they've had to helping you puzzle out the next step of your adventure. See, this is the type of stuff that RPGs have lost. Building character relationships, having fun. RPGs are so soulless these days. I love how playful these ones are. Oh, and they follow you? Yay. Of course they do. Okay, but first, how do I switch to? Maybe I can't. Maybe she's not officially in my party yet because she's not here. Okay.
Hey,
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but to get to Ested from Pilchard Bay, you just need to follow the path to the north. And don't even think about making any detours along the way. I don't want to waste any of my valuable time sightseeing.
Girl, you partnered up with the wrong dog then. That's all I do. It's nice to see you getting along, she said.
Pah, me and you, get on? That lady's really got the wrong end of the stick. Anyway, who cares what she thinks? We need to head northwest to Ested Castle.
Party chat was introduced in Dragon Quest VII for the series. Funny about that. It was? This was the first one to do it? That's a big innovation. Oh man, Babel's dropping some truth bombs in the chat. Being an adult sucks. I was promised I would have time to play video games on my own time as an adult. Now I'm married, have kids, and a full-time job. I'm playing video games even less. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I don't know how old your kids are, Babel, but I've found the key to be play the games with your kids. Pull them in, even pull the missus in if she's one to do that. Mine isn't as much. She loves that we play games, but she doesn't really want to. But just bring them along for the ride, and it becomes a family bonding thing. I'm a firm believer in and like this whole thing of video games pulls families apart, and you're a bad parent if you play games. Like, I do not believe that. I believe video games can, just like any other hobby, anything, craft, sports, outdoors, like whatever your hobby is, anything can become too much to where it's overriding the most important things in your life. But video games, like everything else, can also bring families together. Some of the specialist memories I have with my kids are playing video games together on the couch, playing through a story together, reading the parts together, right? Practices their reading skills. Laughing our heads off with Mario Kart or Mario Party. Like, those are some of the best times I've had with my kids. So definitely, life changes once you're an adult, for sure, but it doesn't have to change what you like to do at all. In fact, it can enhance it. You have no clues how much was written for this mechanic for the game. Longer manuscript than The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, and Silmarillion combined. Is that true? I mean, I don't doubt it for a second. That's quite crazy. Now I can say, being a video game writer myself, I'm very new to the industry, obviously, but just for the scripts I've been working on for the game I'm working on right now, the Godslayer, there's a lot of text. There's a lot of text. Things you don't think about. For example, actually, never mind. I don't think I can talk about that. I don't want to get in trouble. But they introduced a new mechanic, I'll say that, to the game. The director was like, we're going to add this into the game. And we're all like, wow, that's really cool. That changes a lot. And because of that, the trickle down to the writing team was, hey, you need to write like 500 extra NPC dialogue lines just for this beginning chunk of the game, for NPCs to react to this new mechanic. And you don't think about that kind of stuff. Seven's the longest one. Yeah, I've heard this game is hundreds of hours, or can be. Okay, if you get lost or forget where you're going, don't worry. Just look for the orange exclamation symbol on your map. Any person or place marked with this icon is worth interacting with. You'll also find a mini-map in the bottom left corner of the screen, which is sure to come in handy for your travels. If you want to look at the big picture, press X to open up the map screen. We discovered that. On the map screen, take a look to the top right corner to see a reminder of your current objective. Oh, look at this world map. Dude. See, this is where I'd want to zoom out a little bit more. I wish there was a toggle for your zoom in and out, like, button option. Dude, look at this freaking world map. I love this. It's like the perfect balance of like old school zoomed out and new, like the new graphic engine, the new perspective. Dang, I love it. Okay, there's the map screen. Press X to open the map. See what else is in your current location. You can check on the current objective, and use zoom to quickly get about. Okay. There's the zoom. Yeah, look, it's the entire world is this one little island. But you can go here and zoom. Oh, and you can actually literally zoom to it. Okay. So freaking cool. All right. And you can run on the world map, which is great. Is she in my party yet? No, he's not. I have a lot of cypress sticks, though. A lot of baseball bats. Chimera wing. Oh, she's going to say something. Look, I know you're not exactly Mr. Chatty. A little nod to the silent protagonist. But I refuse to trudge all the way to Ested in deathly silence. I won't even ask you to make the conversation. I'll just let you know when I've got something to say. You can choose whether or not to listen. Make sense? Yes. Good. Then we're on the same page. I've said my piece for now, so let's get moving. Ested Castle's northwest of Pilchard Bay, in case you've somehow managed to forget already. I have not. Look at that little house over there. New weapon. Did I get a new weapon? Cypress stick. I've got 2 more cypress sticks. My kid inherited my crazy ADHD. Getting her to sit still to play a game is a rarity. Ah, gotcha. Looks like Dragon Quest needs the Kolbs. Definitely just one little island, for sure. Definitely just that for the whole game. It's crazy. Just a companion? Yeah, I want to get in random battles with her. I know, I did the same thing, Jesse. The King of Ested summoned you personally, right? You're for it this time, Buster. I'm not in trouble. I'm literally just going to explore the whole island before I go there. Oh, she won't let me. Where do you think you're going? We have to get to the secret meeting with Kiefer or something. Ested is northwest of Pilchard Bay. Just follow the path. Come on, everyone knows that. All right, they're not going to let me explore. It's literally right there. Will she let me go this way? Ooh.
Hold on.
I'm as fond of Rainbow Cove as the next girl, but this is hardly the time to go sightseeing. We're headed to Ested, remember? Northwest of Pilchard Bay. We can take a dip in the cove some other time. Is that a hot spring or something? I get it. We'll go to Ested. What a slog that was. Well, here we are on Ested. Right, I'm off. See you. What's that? Will we be heading back together? Oh, we'll sorry about that later. We'll worry about that later. I've got places to be. See you around. Where does she have to be? I think we're going to see some big Dragon Quest staples in this town. Just like Final Fantasy, you always have your Cid. You always have your Cactuars. You always have your Moogles.
Oh.
There's staples in Dragon Quest 2 that are really quite funny. Slimes, of course, are the big one. You're Pollock's son, aren't you? Come for a visit from Pilchard Bay, I suppose. Your father's a fine figure of a man, I must say. I only wish I could say the same about your Uncle Pike. Still, it's hardly your fault you're related to him, is it? Sorry if I spoke out of turn. Lady straight up likes my dad. All right. Oh, Pike. Uncle Pike sounds like he lives here. That ne'er-do-well who lives in the northeast of town. The other is Prince Kiefer. I dread to think what will become of the two of them. You can always go down wells in Dragon Quest. It's like always a thing. They're not going to let me do that, though. Dude, look at the grass. Even the grass looks impressive in this engine. Love this song. So nostalgic. I don't even have a ton of nostalgia for this game, but yeah, I hear the music. I'm like, ah, back home again. Trying to do my job, shoo. I'm behind the counter. Oh, there's the first Dragon Quest staple, the bunny girls. And the puff puff dance. That's a huge part of Dragon Quest. Very Japanese culture, that. Wait, what did he say?
Your father.
Out to sea, you say? Well, well, the pilchard harvest seems to come around quicker every year. Talk about bad timing. If your father were about, he might be able to talk some sense into that wastrel brother of his.
Oh, okay. I thought he said something else. I don't remember Uncle Pike. He sounds like an important character, though. Marrowing. Dude, I just love searching all the containers in games like this. Such a lost thing for RPGs nowadays. It should be noted that this entire game is to allow these cute little Brits to continue making jellied eel. They won't let you go alone. Wasterel. Is that how you say that? Never heard that word before. I'm uncultured.
Listen, I know I've made some bad decisions in my time, but I ain't no liar. The latest find's the real deal, I swear. It's called a sizzling stone, and it's worth enough to cover all them bills. I keep forgetting to pay, and then some. Come on, you've got to believe me. Never mind what it's supposedly worth, you don't even have the thing on you. No one's fool enough to take a non-existent item as payment. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. I did have it right here in my mitts. The sizzling stone itself. I took it with me everywhere, the bath, the bog. Oh, honestly, I've had quite enough of this. Oh, Colby, good to see you. Perhaps you could talk some sense into this... perhaps you could have a word with your uncle.
Oh, that's your uncle right there. He does look like a sleazy dude. Looks like a weasel.
Pike won't stop banging on about something called a sizzling stone. Honestly, I wish he'd just pack it in and get himself a job.
Oh.
Looks like an ordinary lump of rock. Warm to the touch. Am I going to get that somewhere? Dragon Quest VIII revealing what the Puff Puff actually is was a laugh out loud moment for me. Is that the first game that they revealed it? Because I know the screen usually goes dark. That's funny. And yeah, that is quite a hilarious gag for sure. See, I didn't know any better. I knew Puff Puff was a thing from the series. I just known about it. But I never knew that Dragon Quest VIII was the first to show it. It was still a laugh when I saw it, but...
I couldn't help noticing your girlfriend running off and leaving you just now. Plenty more fish in the sea and all that.
I can't rotate the camera here, by the way. Here's Pike. He's got a nice fashion sense, though. Yeah, kind of like a Robin Hood thing going on.
Oh.
Looks like a thief. Prince Kiefer's been in some pretty dicey stuff lately. Not his fault, if you ask me. Must have fallen in bad with a bad crowd, probably a ruffian from Pilchard Bay. You're looking at him, bro. Another set of rags. Puff Puff's reveal. Yeah, Jesse. Do you know, like, generally, Jesse, what the Puff Puff, like, dance is or whatever? Are you familiar? I guess you said you never played Dragon Quest games. Door's locked. Locked. Oh, is this the little house on the world map? Yeah, it is. Seed of Resilience. Is that like a permanent buff thing? Single-use seed, which slightly increases resilience. I think so. Yeah. That's not a temporary thing. I feel like that's a permanent buff. Look at the doggy. He looks like a freaking Nintendog, doesn't he? That's a straight-up Nintendog. Adorbs. Kiefer, Ron, and Maribel, I mean. They kind of remind me of Harry, Ron, and Hermione. That's a good parallel. I didn't even think of that. I'm not a huge Harry Potter guy, but I know enough to understand that that's totally a good call. Looks at the bookshelves. They're crammed with all kinds of intimidatingly thick books. Medicinal herb. You know what's going to be a crazy day, you guys? When I can stream the Godslayer. the game I'm working on. I mean, we're years away at this point, but that'll be the most surreal day of my life, I think.
What do you think you're doing waltzing into my house uninvited? Let me guess. You heard that an eccentric old lunatic lived here, and you thought it would be fun to disturb him. Well, I hope you're happy now. Be off with you.
Whoops, sorry. Pooch. Pooch in the chat. That reminds me, Jesse, I need to go, and everybody, but Jesse reminded me, I need to go in and update all of the emojis, my member emojis for my channel. Some of them are kind of out of date, and I've got some new ones I could throw in there. This will be pretty cool to see and hear half the awesome things you'd be able to tell about it. Yeah, like that would be crazy. As we play through it, I can kind of give you some behind the scenes things, and you know, as one of the writers, hopefully by then I can be able to tell you some insights of how we came up with some stuff, and that'll just be crazy. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw in the Discord, in the Pathia Games Discord subreddit or sub channel, I posted about it. I believe I did. Anyway, I got an early build of the game. And when I say early build, I mean it's not even a game yet. It's just what the developers are trying stuff in. But I got access to it, and it's been so crazy to see like in action, even though it's, you know, not even an alpha build. It's like broken all over the place, super glitchy, but it just gives me an idea of like what I should be picturing when I'm writing. It was so cool. Even that, just to play that the other day. The other day I was clearing out my cupboard and I found a pile of rusty old swords and shields. I can't imagine when we ever needed weapons here in Ested. It's been peaceful for as long as anyone can remember. Feeling that's gonna change, dog. Okay, can I afford real gear? That's my question. Yeah, these are another staple. These big, like, macho wrestler guys. They're in every Dragon Quest as well. Welcome to the local shop. That's his voice. Okay, now we're talking. Ooh, stuff's expensive. I have 93. Own it, own it. I need a shield. Of course, classic RPG pot lid. Of course. I love when games show your gear in real time. Obviously, they won't show outfits in real time on this, but in the menu. Mirabelle's at a bar? Girl? Hold on, first let's talk to homeboy over here.
Oi! Don't you know that three's a crowd? Buzz off, will you?
Oh, he likes her.
It's you. You just couldn't stay away, eh? Listen, whatever you heard, Piers and I are just friends, okay? There's no need for you to get all funny about it. Oh, it's tough being a girl in demand.
Get over yourself, girl. The Puff Buff in Dragon Quest was always kind of left up to the player, but it's implied that Dancer rubs her chest on the player. Yeah, the screen goes dark. You can pay. It's kind of funny to say it that way, but it's true. You can pay for a dance from these bunny girls, and the screen would go dark, and there'd be like some funny sound effects, and you're just, you know, very like 90s JRPG kind of stuff. And you're like, oh my gosh, that was funny. What happened? And the screen comes on, and off you go. But yeah, in Dragon Quest VIII. Shows it's done with the slime monsters, the two little blue slime guys. It's pretty funny. And he has a face mask on, so he can't see what's going on. Which explains why the screen always went dark.
You know, our Piers has been spending rather a lot of time with a certain young lady from Pilchard Bay lately. I think he could do better, to be honest, but seems like a headstrong little madam to me.
Ouch, man. He can do better than Mirabelle. Let's be real. I don't know, guys. So far, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this so far. I'm really tempted to re-download my 3DS Dragon Quest Remake and just play the same portion of the game in that again. It's been so long, I barely remember it. Gotta loot everybody's houses.
That mean old Pike stole my sweeties.
Uncle Pike stealing candy from babies. That's hilarious. I actually kind of like this guy. What a creeper. Got a pilchard pie. What's with the smashing pots? I don't know. He can't just search them. He's got to bust them up.
I don't like to bring it up, but Pike owes us half a year's rent. He's a complete layabout. There's something lovable about him. It's very hard to dislike the man. Still, this can go on forever. If he doesn't pay us what he owes, we'll have no choice but to ask him to leave.
He's literally renting an apartment here, huh? That 50 gold pretty much got back what I paid for the pot lid. Coins can be scarce sometimes. Yeah, I need to be careful. There's another Nintendog. Chapel.
So I've managed to live for another year, have I?
Wow.
I have a lot to thank the Almighty for, it seems. Now listen to me, you young folks mustn't go rampaging round an island, poking your noses into places where they don't belong. The forest, the ocean, the ancient ruins, everything here is just as the Almighty wants it to be. After all, this is the only island in the whole world. A very special place.
Our population is not very much for like the only island ever, right? You think we'd be overpopulated by now. You think the Almighty really exists? Wait, what did he say? Sorry. Where do you think he lives? Is he up there in the clouds looking down? The Almighty does exist, you guys, just so you know. And he is looking down upon us. That is a fact. This is usually where you save. Yeah, confession is save. Divination is learn how much experience each party member needs to reach the next level. Purification cures a poisoned party member. Cancel. That's so cool. Yes. Oh, that save sound is not. I was gonna say the Japanese word is nostalgic. Nice. I didn't know Link was also in a Dragon Quest. Master Blaster, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Is your name in reference to Blaster Master on NES? The game Blaster Master? I know yours is Master Blaster, not Blaster Master, but awesome name anyway. Welcome, welcome. I like to think so. Yeah, for sure. In Final Fantasy 1 also, here lies Link. That's true. That's true. The Easter egg in Final Fantasy 1. That's right. Another Cypress stick. Can I sell those? I should probably go sell those at the store, huh? Okay, here's something weird. Oh yeah, and I forgot to give you guys my hot take on this graphics engine. First of all, I wanted to say something that drives me nuts, and it's something that RPGs these days, JRPGs, are doing more and more and more, and I don't like it. From a design perspective, is big, freaking huge, wide areas with nothing in them. Like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a good example of this. It's got these wide open areas that it's like the designers came up with a floor tile and a chipset for the walls and some pillars, and they just copy and pasted for like 10 miles, and it's like 70-foot ceilings. It's just this big, grand, giant, empty, open air space. And I think it's intentional to make the game feel wide and big, but I don't like that. It makes it feel hollow and empty and boring. I would much rather have designs like this, where you have cram-packed town. I mean, everywhere you turn, there's something to look at. There's like wagons and trees and characters and barrels and pets and fountains. And you can't really walk very much without encountering like something interesting, and it feels cozy and tight. I like that. And like JRPGs like FF7, 8, 9, 7, 8, and 9 are good examples of like tight, cozy, well-packed like environments. Is this making sense? Whereas something like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Final Fantasy 12 I just replayed. Massive copy pasted areas, and they're just like, I've got to hold run for like 3 minutes just to get somewhere and I don't see anything along the way. I don't know if that makes sense, but I absolutely hate that. And so this design where everything's packed and cozy and tight. I mean, to go from one end of this big castle town to another, my controller is wigging out. I need to get my DualSense. It's here to here, and we're at the castle. But there's so much to do in between, it doesn't feel small. Does that make sense? That's something I've always wanted to... I've been thinking about for a long time, and I haven't really put into words till just now, but... I just finished a fantasy novel about where the Almighty is dead. Ooh, that's cool. Joe Stewart with a $3.99 sticker. I need to figure out these stickers, because super chats give like a boo, like a notification. But I don't know if I can. I haven't set up a notification for stickers, and I didn't see one in my options. I'm sure it's there. But dude, thank you so much for the $3.99. Thank you so much for that. I know super chats only show up on the whoop over there on the support the channel thing, but I'm totally going to include the $4 in it. I kind of track it independently as well. And stickers aren't used that often, so I should totally like figure out what's going on with that. But thank you, dude, for the $3.99. Much appreciated. How ironic. Metroid Prime 4. Hold on. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, let me throw a super chat in there too. $1.99, dude. Thank you, bro. Yo, for the win. MVP of the stream, dude. Thank you so much. For the $1.99. Dude, that brings us up to $20 already. It's amazing. What I'm actually saving for, I know we dumped all of our funds into charity things over the holidays. We helped out that family with Christmas. I mean, 100% worth it. But now that we're at the beginning of the year and a long stretch before the holiday season again, what I really need to do is, for once, use the funds for something for the channel. I usually like to give it back to you guys in the form of prizes, help other people. That's still my ultimate goal, but I do need to take a little bit of it now, especially now that I've changed jobs and I don't have as much cash to throw around. I'm saving for a new capture card. That way we can play Switch 2 games on here. That's my objective with the money, with this support the channel fund right now. This way. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was objectively bad. I was so bored by the end. The goofy ending didn't surprise me. Dude, Babel, you're speaking my language right now. The Xenoblade Chronicles, the original, holy crap, is that a good game. That's such a good game. The story's amazing. The character's amazing. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I felt was off from the very start. From the very first time they revealed it in like, what, when was that? 18 or maybe it was in 2017 when they revealed it. I was like, ooh, new Xenoblade, but something's not quite right. I think it was the character models themselves. Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one, was pretty realistic, actually, and the character models were very much like realistic. They were a little bit anime-ish, but they were more on the realism side. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 went full like Sailor Moon anime, like, and it's weird because I'm obviously very involved in Japanese culture in my life, but I don't like that aesthetic. I don't like the super anime aesthetic in JRPGs, which is pretty much all there is nowadays. And so that was my first turn off. The main character, Rex, I didn't like his character design at all. The anime thing plus just his character design was weird. Pyra is awesome. You know, there were some cool characters in there, and I got the game and I tried it and I only got about maybe 5 hours in and I was like, I'm done with this. The big area thing really bothered me. I'm watching his idle animations, by the way. They're very cute. So Xenoblade Chronicles 2 didn't do it for me at all. I didn't even try 3 because it looked just the same. But I like Xenoblade Chronicles X. I thought if they ever bring out a Switch 2 edition of that, which I think they will eventually, I'll maybe pick it up on Switch again because I have it on Wii U, but whatever.
Huh.
Welcome to Ested Castle.
Huh.
Oh, it's young Colby. King Donald is expecting you.
fan service kind of overdid it on Xenoblade Chronicles 2. 100%, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love me some Pyra for obvious reasons as well, just like anybody else. But there's a limit,
there
you know. There's a point where it's just distracting. Story and characters matter more than anything else. And Xenoblade Chronicles 1 had an amazing story, and they just strayed too far from it for me. Duck, Donald Duck. Donald. My name is King Donald. All right, I'm the best king on the island. There never was a better king. Kiefer. Oh, there you are.
I reckon it must be my fault you've
Oh,
been
we've got
called
voice
here
acting again.
Sorry about that.
Team America.
Now, you remember the plan, don't you?
No. Tell me no one else instantly thought that. Monolith really steered into gotcha mechanic too much. X was the worst. I couldn't stand it from the start. Was there a lot of gotcha stuff in Xenoblade Chronicles X? Can't remember. I beat that game. I like 100%ed that game back in the Wii U days, but I don't remember any gotcha mechanics in X. But I believe you. I don't remember the plan, Kiefer.
Yeah, very funny. Should we get on with this?
I don't remember the plan,
the
bro.
grown-ups keep saying that this is the only island in the world. But that's total nonsense. And we're going to prove it. I know we've been spending all our time fixing up that old wreck in the cave near Pilchard Bay. But we have to face facts.
His sword is awesome.
There's no way the two of us will ever get that boat seaworthy. If we want to set sail for new lands, we need to go back to the drawing board.
I love how Dragon Quests just have a feeling of adventure. I think that's why Dragon Quest has such an appeal, especially to the Japanese audience. It has such a feeling of you and your buddies going out to play, you know, which is the 90s childhood I grew up with, climbing dirt hills, exploring mountains and rivers. That's the feeling Dragon Quest captures. The silent protagonist doing the 1,000-yard stare that would inexplicably not shut his mouth in the fights. Oh, for for Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh, you're talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Okay, yeah. Wait, Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Rex wasn't a silent protagonist, was he? It's great. That's definitely 7. Okay.
As luck would have it, though, I've been searching through the castle storerooms and came across this book. It looks properly ancient, so it must be the real deal. I found something else when I was down there and all. Check this out.
What'd you find? Ah,
So,
okay.
What do you think? Looks like a piece of rubble, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, that's what I thought at first as well. But check out the pattern on it. I've never seen anything like that before.
He does talk. Okay, that's what I thought. Not very well. I wasn't a fan of Chapter 13, and don't get me started on the hero cringy. In Xbox?
Not that it's important right now, of course. I just thought I'd better show you before I forgot. That's all. Now, the book says there's a place
it's
called
important.
the Shrine of Awakening in the mountains to the east of here. And it seems there's a way of getting its doors to open, too. Of course, the eastern mountains are off-limits to islanders, which makes them the perfect place to hide something special, don't you think?
Yes, I do think that.
Anyway,
Look at the texture on
point
his
is,
clothing.
we
You can
forget
almost
about the boat
feel
for
it.
now.
Like the...
I'm going to head east for a little recce.
It's
See if I
awesome.
can find this shrine.
I'm gonna head east for a little Risi. What's a Risi?
You're here because my old man summoned you, right? Well, just try to keep him talking for as long as you can. Hopefully the guards won't twig that I've scarpered. Come and join me once you're done here, all right? I'll be waiting.
Yeah, these games are... This game is thoroughly British. Which is not a bad thing. British lingo cracks me up.
Ah,
Now, my young friend, would you care to have your fortune told? Yes. Look deep into my eyes, deeper. Let's see what lies in your future. I saw it. Clear as day it was. Your destiny is to bring peace to the world. Hold on a second. That can't be right. The world's already at peace. Oh, what do you know? Seems my fortune-telling skills aren't what they used to be.
All right.
Item shop. Here, let me sell my cypress sticks. Oh, maybe I can't? You can mark items as favorites. Oh, that's cool. Examine. Sort by name. I guess I can only sell items at the item shop. That makes sense.
Oh,
The mini metal. Oh, I forgot about mini metals. Mini metals are basically collectibles that you can trade for items, if I remember right. You're missing a metal album. Why don't you take this one? Those albums were put together by King Maximo, the most manic mini metal fiend who ever lived. Wouldn't be a true JRPG if you weren't doing a collection on the side of cards or bugs or something, right? Does it have its own menu is my question. Metal album. Metal album! Got Metallica in here, we've got Megadeth in here, we've got Anthrax in here, Iron Maiden, Slayer. That's the metal album. I love it. Hello, Sonny! Dude, what's up, Sonny? How's it going? How's the business going? Reese, reconnoiter. I don't even know what that is. Like reconnaissance, I assume? Sticks are in equipment. You can sell weapons just fine. I couldn't figure out how to toggle to my weapons menu, though, in there. Maybe I'll have to check it out again. I recognized you. You're Pollock's lad, aren't you? Is that right? Summoned by the king, you say? Have you been to see him already? Nah. I don't know why the king wants to speak to you, but I do know he doesn't waste words on people he doesn't trust. Now stop dawdling. King Donald is not a man who likes to be kept waiting. Sorry, I got to explore everything first. Seed of Strength. I'm going to hang on to those seeds for now until I get more party members and adjust some stats with them instead of just tossing them all on my main character.
Huh.
Off you go. The king is upstairs. Let me
All
see if I
right.
can't toggle to the
All right.
weapons. Yeah, so I can buy and sell. Oh, it's just D-pad down. I'm an idiot. Cypress stick. 3 gold. Highly doubt I'll need those. Rags, I doubt I'll need, but I'll keep them just in case I get a party member that starts with nothing. We'll see. Want to tell you, if there is a medal in an area you visited, the medal list will point it out. Wait, what? Want to tell you, if there is a medal in an area you visited, the medal list will point it out. That's awesome. Okay. Thanks for the tip. Pro tip. Look at homeboy's hat.
That does it. He's gone too far this time. This is outrageous. Outrageous, I say.
Your Majesty, if you will forgive me, I am sure that Prince Kiefer has his reasons for absconding so suddenly. Please,
Honestly, why do you insist on sticking up for that wretched boy?
No wonder he hates his dad so much.
Anyway, to the matter at hand. I have been expecting you, young man. Follow me.
We have much to discuss.
Sit yourself down, if you...
You gonna sit on the throne? Wow.
Now, you're going to look me in the eye, and I'm going
Uh-oh.
to ask you something.
He's gonna get us
very
get the info
important.
out of us
That
about
clear?
Kiefer and my plans. Yes.
Tell me the truth. Is there something you're hiding from me?
No, no.
Let me be clear. You cannot worm your way out of this one. Of late, Kiefer has been behaving like a prince possessed. He has been entirely incapable
King
of
gonna
sitting
waterboard the
still
hero.
for a moment.
Dog, I will destroy your family if you don't tell me the truth. I will torture you. How much gold are you gonna give me, King? I'll sell out Kiefer if the price is right.
Do you know what the wretched boy did today? He stole a precious ring that once belonged to his mother. A keepsake I treasure more than life itself.
So,
What in the
dead
world
mother.
can he hope to achieve through such acts of petty larceny? I confess that I myself occasionally strayed from the straight and narrow path in my youth, but by the time I was Prince Kiefer's age, I had more than grown out of such behavior. The exact details of my youthful indiscretions are neither here nor there, of course.
Of course, of course.
The fact
Me
of the
too.
matter is, my son is likely out there causing more mayhem even as we speak. Which is why I need you to talk some sense into my idiot boy. For better or worse, Prince Kiefer is the future of this kingdom. You must impress upon him the fact that his behavior is utterly unacceptable in one who would be king.
That's it, huh? Okay.
Ah,
I thank you for coming today, Colby. There is much else I would like to discuss with you, but I shall leave such matters for another day. For now, all I ask is you keep an eye on my son and ensure he stays out of trouble. I have faith that he will turn out well in the end, and I have faith that you will help me to ensure that this happens. Well, I've got some bad news for you, dog. We're about to go save the world on an epic adventure.
Oh, this is a whole other level.
Been 10 years since our beloved queen passed away, and poor King Donald is still on his own.
Ah, what it will take to make him notice me. She wants to be the next queen. Chimera Wing. I'm trying to remember. Chimera Wing, I've gotten a lot of those. Don't they take you out of a dungeon? Am I remembering that right? A single-use item that can be used during battle to guarantee... Oh, escapes from battle. It's the rope. Isn't it like a magic rope that takes you out of dungeons? Trying to remember the Dragon Quest staples here. Pilchard Pie. 20 gold.
Oh,
Oh, this is Kiefer's room. I was wondering this. He's about to turn 18. So I'm 16. He's 18. Wonder how old Mirabelle is. She seems a little younger than me. There's a lot you can find in this castle. That's what I like to hear. It's Zoom that does that. That's right. And I already have Zoom, right? Yeah, Zoom. And it costs 0 magic. Allows the caster to return instantly to certain places they visited before. Oh, it costs 7, but I have 0. Is that what that says? Is that what that means? 30 HP to a party member. 10 HP, so Pilchard Pies are weaker. Okay. Cures poison. 20 MP. Escape from battle. Okay. It was once evac to get out of dungeons, but it's redundant. Oh, it costs 0 MP. Wow. You'd think that would be a really expensive spell. Who's this homeboy?
Ah,
That's odd. I'm sure I just saw something glimmering way out on the horizon. Everyone knows there's nothing out there except sea. Sea and more sea. Must have been a trick of the light, I suppose.
a friggin' Three Musketeers up in here. Let me search the exterior here first before I go back in. Okay, that's it for that.
Oh.
How are you?
Now, as a man of the world, you are doubtless well aware of the existence of ancient ruins on our island. And I'm sure you know these are located in the Forbidden Place, which is, of course, strictly off limits. Now, according to the scholarly research, not least my own, these ruins were actually a complex of tombs for an ancient royal clan. In any case, they're no place for amateur explorers. I can trust you to steer well clear, can't I?
Nope.
Ah, so the rumors are true, are they? I heard that you and the prince had been sighted in the vicinity of the ruins. Well, no good will come of your nosing, you mark my words.
I have to apologize every time we start a new game for my cringy voice acting, but that's what we're getting. Feels wrong just to read it.
First thing this morning, I saw a beautiful vessel setting sail from the south of the island. Must have been the fishing boat headed for the Pilchard Bay, heading out for Pilchard Bay. It's the first time I've seen it, and I won't be forgetting it in a hurry. What a sight.
Didn't they say that's been going on for hundreds of years? How have you not seen that before? Is this home slice?
You know those old fairy stories? The ones that are full of scary monsters? Well, I wonder who came up with all that stuff in the first place. If there really are weird and wonderful creatures like that out there, I want to see them with my own eyes. There's no way they're as frightening as the bears in the hills to the east.
Ooh, enemies. I'm gonna start at the top and work my way down. I like your voices. Oh, thanks, man. Maybe you'd like mine. Yeah, I've been wanting to tune into some of your streams, and I swear every time I catch notice of them, they've just ended, or I just can't catch them for some reason. You gotta make sure you're dropping in the Discord too when you go live in the self-promotion hub. Whoever drew this map had imagination. Or it's real. People can even say not to quit your day job about your voices. I thought you streamed, Joe. Call me crazy, but I thought you streamed. I swear you were streaming like gosh, what's that game? Not Deltarune, the other one. My brain just went blank. Prison. Yo, Jason Awesome VODs, dude, our super fan in the chat. Dude, what is going on, Jason? What's new with you, my friend? Make videos, but don't stream. Okay. Maybe I was thinking of somebody else. But do you do voices in your videos? This is such a classic JRPG castle. Oh, that goes up. How do I get to her? This has got to be the king's room. There she is.
Right.
Oh, hello. I heard my father she has a lisp. Why does she have a lisp? Princess Lizette. Oh, hello. I heard my father summoned you. I hope it wasn't too upsetting. Why did she have a lisp? That's hilarious. That's so funny. No one knoweth my silly brother better than you. I'm sure my father just wanted to talk about he's been up to recently. What is the deal? He doesn't look little. Oh yes, there's something I wanted to talk to you about as well. Do you really think this is the only island in the world? This is difficult. Kiefer? Refuseth to believe it. She's also speaking in like biblical English. Refuseth to believe it. What is up with this girl? Is she wasted? Kiefer refuseth to believe it. He thinketh it impossible that if all in there is I think he's right. There must be other places out there and other people too. There has to be. It's no fun to think we're all alone, is it? It's much nicer to imagine that there are lots of other places out there. But she only speaks in archaic language once in a while. It's so weird. That was hilarious. What does a lisp sound like in Japanese? That's a good point. I do. When there's no voice acting, I voice all the characters. Dude, that's awesome. I need to check out your videos. I'm doing good, Jason. I'm doing good. It's just a good Wednesday. I'm off doing my stream. I've got a lot of errands to run, a lot of things to get done, but it's a good day. Life's good right now. Lost her 2 front teeth, right? Did she just get back from the dentist? Like, this is so random. Oh, you're Kobe, correct? You're Prince Kiefer's playmate, as I understand it. Girl, I'm 16. We're not playmates. We're bros. I don't know what your friend is up to, but the last time I saw him, he was rummaging through every drawer in the castle. I wonder if he found whatever he was looking for. The voices for Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is way different from the voices I heard in my head when playing Dragon Warrior 7 back then. That's right, it was called Dragon Warrior before they rebranded. That's right. Totally forgot about that. Jason's doing good. That's what I like to hear. I wanted to see what you had said, Joe, about the metals. Metal album. All of our heavy metal albums are stored in here. Metal list. Oh, so it's set like this is what he's talking about. Estrid Castle is on the logs, but it's not found yet. And it's not Estrid Town, it's Castle. So I'm missing it somewhere. Oh, and you can even see the reward list. You get a throwing pin weapon. Where could the metal be? I think I've explored everywhere I can for now, right? I might have missed a room somewhere. Huh. Rebrand in this case. Right? I'm not going to worry about the metal now, because again, I'll probably end up restarting this game on Switch anyway. How do I get that? I found that house. Oh, it's got to be in the well. Will she let me go down now? You can collect the metal now. I just didn't find it. Let me down the well, lady. I'm 16! I'm an adult! Okay, can I save it from here? I literally have to just save it at the, cathedrals? Now, Mirabelle's not here to yell at me if I go off trail. Rainbow Cove. This is what she was talking about, where we could take a dip, she said. Can't pick up the seashell. Ooh. There's glitters over there. Oh, it's just the water glittering, I think. The water glitters and glistens beautifully in the sun, shining with all the colors of the rainbow. Okay. Nothing out here. I can collect the metal now. Yeah, do I want to explore the whole castle up and down to find it? I probably missed like one room in there. Oh, I see an autosave icon though. There's the exclamation mark. That's where Homeboy went. Seat of Agility. I'm going to hang on to that. There's the beach that we're on. It's so cool. You can see the little areas on the world map where you go. Oh, so yes, here we go. Now that's high quality H2O. Yeah, that beautiful description. Still waiting for my new debit card, so I'm still being patient. Also, I can't wait to go to the Monster Jam on... Oh, you're going to Monster Jam? Cool. In Indianapolis. That's freaking cool. I've never been to a monster truck rally, but I wanted to take my son to one once, thinking he'd think that's pretty cool. But it never happened. Speaking of waiting for new debit cards, Jason, I'm also waiting for a new debit card from my bank. And I got a custom design on it, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm hoping it goes through because, of course, when banks give you the option to do custom designs, they're very strict on copyrighted material. You can't put a Pokemon or something on there because they won't approve it because it's a trademarked property. However, I'm hoping I can fly under the radar with what I did, which is this. The background of triple triad cards from Final Fantasy VIII. This is the back pattern for all of the cards. As you guys know, I have a video on my channel of making your own deck of triple triad cards, right? Like this from Final Fantasy VIII. I've got the cards here, but because in that game you flip cards, I have the blue and the red side so you can play the game properly. But I do have these back ends as cards as well. Anyway, hopefully the bank gets it approved. That would be so cool. It looks just like this. It'll just have the bank's logo in the corner and the chip. But other than that, it'll look just like this, and that would be amazing. I mean, Final Fantasy VIII is so obscure, and on the back of these cards, it has like made in Japan and stuff on like little, copyright, whatever, like up in the corner. But I took it into a photo editing program and photoshopped that out, so it's just a plain design pattern. And FF8 is so obscure, I would think that they won't know what it is and it won't get flagged. I don't even think an AI would be able to like catch it because it's so obscure. So like, I don't know how their approval process works, but I'm praying that it slips through the system and I get a triple triad debit card. That'd be amazing. Okay. We're playing Dragon Quest VII, Reimagined. Here's my hot take on the graphics engine. I mentioned this. I was on Raziel's stream the other day, and we started talking about this a little bit. Up until this point, I was unsure how I felt about a Chrono Trigger remake. I think all of us are a little uneasy about the proposition of a Chrono Trigger remake, right? How do you remake a nearly perfect game? You keep the story the same, first of all. You keep everything pretty much the same, but if you do that, what do you do with the graphics? The game's graphics are so charming. Do you mess with it at all? And then it's a port and not a remake. So like, once you get to talking about a Chrono Trigger remake, there's all kinds of just like questions in my head. And I pretty much for the longest time was like, you can't remake Chrono Trigger graphically speaking. It's just too good. Like where do you even take it? It's not going to be a downgrade. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dragon Quest Reimagined, which is, just like Chrono Trigger, an Akira Toriyama game, right? Like the art is Akira Toriyama, just like Chrono Trigger. And freaking look at this. Look at this. This is Chrono Trigger remake right here. We're looking at it. Look at this world map. This is a Chrono Trigger world map. It could work just like this. Literally use this exact same engine. And as we talked about at the beginning of this stream, unlike most remakes, this game, Reimagined, is not a remake or a remaster. It's reimagined. It's a new brand of remake. And they made real-life dolls and puppets of these characters and scanned them in. That's why they look so good. That's why they look like this. That's why they have this magical Akira Toriyama character come to life in like a Pixar movie style of animation. This is how you remake Chrono Trigger. I'm just saying it. Hot take, maybe, but I will never back down on this point. This is how you make it can work. I look at this and I'm like, wow, we can have a Chrono Trigger reimagined. It can look like this and it'll totally be awesome. I would be so happy with it. Square Enix, get on it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Yeah, we seem to have gotten our answer. This game looks great. Guess who? Hey, Iker's in the chat. What's up, Iker? Guess who finally got Kirby Air Riders? Dude, how is it? What's your review or early impressions? I would take it, says Joseph. I would take both, says Jesse. This year for sure, says Joe with the clown face. Exactly my point. Exactly my thoughts as well. Oh, for sure it's going to be this year. Clown face. That's the important part. All right, let's talk to Kifa. Not even a battle yet in this game, and we're who knows how long into it.
At last. I thought you'd never show up. Anyway, this is where things start to get serious. Welcome to the Forbidden Place. No turning back now.
That's a good name. Forbidden Place.
Here, take a look at this.
Ancient Tome. Noise. Colby carefully lifts the heavy cover. He sees an image of a bearded man in a robe holding a staff aloft. The tip of the staff is shining brightly.
So, recognize anyone? Yup, that picture of the bloke with the staff looks exactly like this statue. I've got a good feeling about this. We're close, very close. We just have to, present something to this statue and then, something will happen. Ta-da!
You're onto something.
Behold the Sunstone Ring. It's been in my family for yonks.
For yonks.
Let's see what the statue makes of this. Well, are you with me? Shall I present the ring to the statue or what?
Yeah.
Great! I knew you'd come round. None of our useless scholars ever really got to the bottom of all this stuff, you know? They never dug deep enough. It was almost like they didn't want to.
Jason also got Kirby Air Riders. What are you guys' thoughts on it? It's not really my jam, but I've been hearing it's really good from people that are into it. Like worth the wait good.
Forbidden places. Royal tombs. How can you hear words like that and not want to find out more?
It's true.
Well, not me. I've always wanted to uncover the secrets of this island, and I've always known they had something to do with these ruins. There's something waiting for me here. Something that will change my life. My destiny. Anyway, enough talk. Let's do this. Here goes nothing.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Huh? Nothing happened. Looks
Put it
like
in
I
his
was
little
wrong about
staff
the
pot.
ring. But look what else I have up my sleeve. Ta-da! May I present to you the one and only sizzling stone.
He took the sizzling stone
Let's see what happens now.
from Uncle Pike. That's funny.
Here we go.
Princess Zelda, hey, long time. How are you doing?
Still no
That didn't
luck.
work either.
But
Great to see you in
we
here.
Can't give up yet.
One of the OGs.
What about the stone tablet we just found? It's not really shining anymore.
No doubt.
But it won't
Little
hurt
did
to
he
try, will
know.
it?
I love how Kiefer's literally doing what us as players do in RPGs. Like, let me try this, let me try this, let me try this until something works.
Here we go.
How did Kiefer steal
Well,
the stone from Pike, I
can't
wonder?
deny the book's been something of a letdown. The stone tablet, too. I wanted to find a key that unlocked the world's mysteries, but it seems I was hoping for too much.
What's that? Until we get some kind of reaction, yeah.
There's no sense getting upset, though. After all, we can still patch the boat up and look for other islands out at sea. I borrowed the sizzling stone from your Uncle Pike, by the way. Maybe you could get it back to him for me.
Nice.
Sorry this turned out to be a waste of time. But you can't win 'em all, eh? Now let's get out of here.
He didn't. Oh, did he join me? Not officially. He's just a guest still. Oh, I skipped the message. What was that? You are yet lacking. That voice. Did it come from the statue? Let's go and investigate, Colby.
Lacking. You are yet lacking.
That was a very different voice than the one I did.
Is that statue talking to us?
The doors of destiny will only open for those who have been chosen, and you are yet lacking.
The doors of destiny? Do you mean the doors to this shrine? Oh, and what are we lacking exactly?
If you would prove your worth, you must overcome my trial. Show me courage, which blazes bright. Show me spirit that shines from within. You must find the 3 remaining fragments of stone tablet. Only then will the doors of destiny open.
Gotta find the other 3 tablet pieces.
Who have yet to make your mark upon this world, will you face the trial?
I don't have a clue what's going on, but I know I want to find out. Come on, we have to do this. You're in, right?
Of course.
Listen well, unproven ones. All you need to pass the trial lies here, within the bounds of the island. Leave no stone unturned, and keep your eyes peeled for even the slightest change. Go now. Prove your dazzling spirit and fiery resolve by gathering the 3
Cool.
remaining fragments of stone tablet.
Sounds like one of the watchers from Dragon Quest XI. Yeah, kind of. See my email? I don't think so. I'll check my email, Zelda. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Woohoo! This is it, old friend! We're finally going to unlock the world's mysteries. And the key we needed was on the island all along.
Hi, bro. Retro Top 10, what's going on? Thanks for joining the stream. Welcome to the chat, my friend. How are you?
We can't stop now. Come on, let's get this trial done.
You can almost feel the texture of his clothing. Like, look at that. It looks real because it's a scan of a freaking doll. It's so cool. Okay, Kiefer joins the party. We officially have a party member. Team America joins the party. And I got his yellow fragment. The ring, too. Oh, I like his icon up there. All right, things are finally getting interesting. The key to unraveling the world's mysteries is right here on this island. Now, I don't know much about this trial, but I know one thing for sure. It's no match for a dream team like you and me. So, first battles of the game? All right, let's go to... Look at that. He's got a baseball bat, too. And see, I called it. He has crummy gear. He has just plain clothes as well. I should have bought 2 shields, huh? And I only have the hairband for the girls.
Can I go back to town?
Hey,
The fishing expedition should have finished by now, right? Which means your dad will be back in Pilchard Bay. He's a man of the world if I ever met one. Maybe we should ask him if he knows anything about these tablet fragments. It's an ancient-looking stone gate. Colby pushes it, but it won't budge an inch. And here we go, our first friend. Maybe.
hey.
My dad's always banging on about how the key to solving any problem is communication.
That's funny. Parents trying to teach him communication, fix their relationship.
And I think the old man may be right. We should take a listen to what people have to say. Come on, Colby. Let's head to Esterd and start making some inquiries. Beats trapezing around aimlessly, at least.
Yeah, we definitely need to go buy you some new gear, that's for sure. Dude, he's talkative. He wants to talk again.
We're looking for information about this island, right? Well, I think I know who might be able to give it to us. His name's Dermot. Dermot the Hermit, everyone calls him, because he lives all by himself on the edge of a cliff. He's not the friendliest chap, but I've got a feeling he might know a thing or two.
All right, we met him before. He told us to get lost. Good, and you, says Retro Top 10. Dude, I'm doing really good. Life is good right now. Thanks for asking. Now, I'm just taking a guess from your name. Retro Top 10 sounds like the name of a channel. Do you have a channel that we all need to subscribe to? Or is that just your name? Yeah, there's old man. First things first, we need gear for this sauce cake.
Hey,
I'd say the tavern inside the inn is our best bet for finding some useful information. People are usually a bit more loose-lipped in there. You can get to hear all sorts of juicy gossip, the kind of stuff no one talks about in the castle.
That's what my plan was, dude.
Oh,
You're Pike's nephew, aren't you? Well, it sounds like your uncle is in a bit of a pickle. I just saw him slinking off out the back of the inn, so he's probably gone home. Maybe you should have a word with him.
I need to give him the stone back.
hey.
The island might feel small, but we're not going to stumble across these tablet fragments just by wandering around.
I'm doing it, dog. Leave me alone. He owes 6 months of rent. He's gonna get evicted. Are Old Pollock and his crew back to Drylandia? Yes. I would guess so. They are, I see. Well, just hoping they got a good haul again. Yeah, we'll head there next. I'm going to go shopping for Kiefer and then see if I can find Pike. In fact, is he behind the inn? Still won't let me go down the well.
I just saw something sparkling at the bottom of the well. Did you see it too, dear?
Yes, can I go down there?
oh.
Oh, finally. Okay, they let me go down in the well. Ooh, this is cool. Yeah, it's so funny that Dragon Quest, you can always go down in the well. I remember,
Let me have a look. That's it? It's not much to write home about. I was hoping it would be a precious gem or something. Well, never mind. It's yours now. I'm not going to fight you for it. You got Prince Kiefer with you, after all.
I remember making games in RPG Maker growing up, and you could always go down the wells in my RPG Maker games because of Dragon Quest. Sounds like the Geico Gecko. That's so true. My cringy voice acting blends between British and Australian and all kinds of things. It's not clean at all.
I haven't been here for donkey's years. Never fancied a repeat experience of trudging through all these dingy caverns. What? I used to be scared of the dark? I don't remember that. Though I suppose it could have been true ages and ages and ages ago.
This is the Hermit. And the Nintendog outside of his house.
What do you think you're doing, waltzing into my house uninvited? Can't you see I'm busy? Go on, be off with you.
Yeah, let's show him the tome.
Oh, so you're a door-to-door salesman, are you? Well, if you think I'm just gonna buy any old book you bring me, you're making a big You found this book? Did you find a piece of stone tablet along with it? Yes. I see. Would you be so good as to show it to me? It certainly looks the worse for wear, as does the book, but still. Here they both are, when I never thought I'd lay eyes on them again. I hid that book and piece of stone tablet deep beneath the castle when I was still a young man. I can only assume you've come to me with these items in hand after hearing the voice at the ruins out to the east, yes?
Dang, he knows a lot.
I knew it. You must be under the same spell. I was at your age. I was absolutely determined to unravel the mysteries of the world. I was convinced that there was another world waiting for me beyond the horizon, and I would let nothing, not friends, not family, stand in the way of me finding it. And so, I found myself in those ruins, listening to it in astonishment to the same voice that must have spoken to you. Then you must know something about how to complete the trial. Indeed I do. I even attempted it myself, though I proved unworthy. I concluded it was simply far too dangerous for anyone to undertake. In fact, I blocked part of it off and built my house here to keep an eye out and ensure no one could ever attempt such foolishness again. If you value your lives, you'll turn back. Prince Kiefer, one day you will inherit the throne. I cannot allow you to throw your life away when your kingdom needs you. You're telling us to just give up? Well, don't waste your breath. We're so close to getting our hands on the key that unlocks the world's mysteries. If we quit now, I just know I'd regret it for the rest of my life. What use would I be as a king then, slumped on my throne, wondering what might have been? Come on, Dermont. You know we won't give up now. Fine.
That's it. That's all the convincing you needed. I knew it was going to be behind his bookshelf. Oh, okay. I thought his bookshelf was going to open. Reveal a dungeon or something.
Yeah, take it.
Colby receives the key the party will need to take on the trial.
I'm afraid it's not up to me to decide whether or not you've got the requisite metal. You'll only find that out by facing the trial yourselves. In the cave that leads to these cliffs, you'll find a door. Head through, and you'll be on the right path. I can only wish you luck, my young friends.
Sick. Dude, we still have not gotten into a single battle yet.
This trial must be serious stuff if it proved too much for even stubborn old Dermot. Still, we've got nothing to lose, have we? Let's give it our best shot, Colby.
I do sound like the Geico gecko. So there's a gate, there's a door here. But there was also one up here. That one's still firmly locked, so it is that. Okay, before I go in there, we need to shop. Where was the shop? I don't remember. Right here. Yup. Kiefer, and then unequipable. Oh, he has a double-ended sword, so he doesn't use shields. Okay. And he needs a cap. I bet. Oh, I can barely survive. I have. Watch this. By that, I have 4 gold left. Oh, jeez. Worth it though. That's all I need for now. I bet Maribel's going to be down in that cave somehow, or she'll join us somehow for that quest. I'm going to run home really quick and talk to Dad.
Oh.
I'm back from the harvest. Wow.
I don't mean to crow, but I just can't wipe the grin off my face. I have to be honest, when Pollock first suggested going that far north, I thought he'd had a screw loose. But then our nets started filling with lovely pilchards faster than we could haul them in. It wasn't all plain sailing, though. The sea gets pretty choppy up there, and I worried we were going to get out of our depth, but we made it. All's well that ends well. Ha ha.
Hey,
Whoops. It's a nice thing how you can make enemies drop more gold. Dude, that is so nice. And I totally forgot about that. I'll have to see what the rate is like once I get into a battle for once. Like you guys said, this game is a little bit slow to start. Not necessarily boring slow, just, you know, takes a minute to get into the true RPG of it. But yeah, once we start getting gold and I see what the rate is, if I need to up it, I have no shame in doing that.
Welcome back, my lad, and Prince Kiefer, you're here as well. Gaha, this is quite the gathering. You know, I could tell from the tides that this was going to be a good year, but I never imagined it would go so well. We haven't had a haul like that in ages, not since the year you were born, in fact. Actually, now that I think about it, that year was the best of them all. Even this latest harvest doesn't come close. I remember coming home all set to boast about how many pilchards we'd netted. Then I found you were waiting for me. Talk about stealing my thunder. You didn't hang about, did you? Couldn't wait to get out into the world. I said hello, and you started bawling, and then I... Sorry, son, I'm getting a bit choked up. Let's talk about fish, shall we? We caught a lot of fish, a boatload and more. And tonight, I'm gonna sleep like a log. This is the life, I tell you, back in the bosom of my family after a hard day's fishing.
That is the life. Having a family is the life.
What's that, my lad? You after something? A nice strong glass of...
Anchovy cordial? Oh. Like fish oil?
Well, now that you mention it, yes, we did, in fact. A very unusual object got tangled up in the nets. Where is it now? Aha! Here we go.
It's an old piece of stone. You just happened to catch the other piece of stone in the ocean? Wow. Slams it on the table. Okay, so we have bottom right and top left.
Oh, I missed your cooking, Pearl, my girl. You've done it again. This sardine stew is a real winner. Score! That tablet fragment landed right in our laps. And don't worry, we'll handle it. We'll hand it in just like your dad asked. Once our adventure's over, that is. Now let's start looking for the next one.
What was I gonna say? Oh, my thought was just anchovy stew or whatever sounds really good. He said there's nothing else to find here, but now that he's with me, I just want to see what he says about this cave.
Hey,
Come on, we'll save the boating excursion for another time. Right now, we need to find those stone tablets.
Fragments, rather. These are addictive to break. By the way, I know we're over time, but I'm just going to keep streaming. Usually I would have stopped 18 minutes ago at the hour. 2-hour stream, but I'm just going to keep going with this. We got to get into at least one battle. I did hear that this demo was quite long, which is cool. But I don't feel like stopping yet. We're going to keep going a bit longer. Let's see here. Shrine of Mysteries. I want to see if he says anything else about Rainbow Cove yet. Two locked treasure chests. Ooh, can you get them now? Are you guessing, or is that like go get those chests? That's worth a check for sure. Okay, still nothing here. Guessing. It's worth a check. It'll only take a second. Good thought. Totally forgot about those already. Let's see. One was in the rich house, Maribel's house, right? There's Maribel.
Hey!
What are you two up to now? Don't tell me you're rushing off for another hair-brained adventure. You never get a rest, do you? Ha! Don't try acting all innocent with me. It's clear as day that you're up to something.
Deal with it. Maybe it will take more than a second because I forgot where the chests are. Oh, one was in here in the back. That's right. Duh. The prince is with me. You open that up this instant. Wait, hold on.
All right.
Local shop.
All right.
He doesn't have jack. Let's do save it, though.
Ah.
I see the glowy on top of this building in the bell, but I don't know how to get it. Do you have to ring the bell somehow? Right there. Oh, it's not in the bell, it's under it, but you can't get there. Oh, there you go. It's a coin. It's literally one coin. Let's get out of here. Pilchards, yum, yum, yum. Is that a real fish? Might be a really dumb question, but I don't think I've heard of a pilchard, but any fish is going to be delicious. I am a huge seafood fan. I don't know if a pilchard is a real fish or an in-game, in-universe fish, but... Align the shadows on the walls of stone to let the master's form be known. Okay, gotcha. So it's just a puzzle. I thought this was going to be a dungeon. It's a slime. Look at that. Amazing. How did they do this in the old one, I wonder? Because this is using a pretty sophisticated... Oops. Lighting engine for that effect there. That's pretty neat. Okay. Oh, weird that you have to let go of it. Okay. That's a pretty easy puzzle, right? Oh. It's getting there, but the shadow still looks sort of empty. Doesn't look like there's anything else we can move around. Hang on a minute. Look at that tile up by the wall. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? You gotta stand there. That's pretty sick. That's pretty cool. It's a kind of sardine. Oh, that's why they keep talking about sardines. Yummy. I love sardines. Like canned sardines and mustard. I know it's probably gross, but I love them. Woohoo! Now we can move on. Nice work figuring out what we needed to use our shadows, Colby. Now you kind of figured that part out. I just can't get over how cool these character models look. Ah! The tablet fragment's over there, just waiting for us to take it. Well, what are we standing around for? Boss battle? Flame chases away the darkness with its light, but so too does Flame birth shadow. Allay your fears, conquer the shadow. Do so, and the prize you seek shall be yours. First fight tutorial, maybe? What? You have to fight yourselves? Oh. But they're so cute. Looks like this isn't over yet. I don't know what those things are, but I think we're in for a scrap. First battle. Some tribulators appear. Time to show those tribulators what you're made of. Select attack during your turns to bring every monster's HP down to 0 and win the fight. However, you'll lose if all of yours go to 0. Revolutionary stuff there. Top up with items. We have our baseball bats. Dude, what the heck? Kiefer has his sword on his back, and yet he's using his baseball bat. Battle speed, we're going to go fast, because these fights are usually pretty sluggish in Dragon Quest. Yeah, this is a good speed. They attack in unison, and they both miss. Kiefer doesn't know any skills.
Take that!
Our health is still just fine. Colby doesn't know any skills.
Take that!
It stole your soul.
Your soul is mine.
Shang Tsung style. Vocational proficiency has increased by 5. 16 gold. Oh, that sound.
I'm going from strength to strength.
With this triumph, your bravery is proven. Claim your prize. Bottom left, it looks like, to the tablet. What luck. Colby finds a yellow fragment. Nice. That's one more in the bag. On to the next. We just have one more left, right?
Hey,
My dad's always banging on about how the key to solving any problem is communication. Oh, we already did this. I probably need to find Uncle Pike. It'd be funny if he's like, "Oh, you have my stone. I'll trade you for this stone tablet I found," and it's like that easy. What I come in here to do? So his vocation is fledgling fisherman, and his is heir apparent.
hey.
Yeah, this is new. In the original, the first battle was a bit later, so much for no monsters on Estrid Island. Oh yeah, because they were saying this island's protected and no such thing as monsters. A nice Mortal Kombat reference. Always. Yeah, I guess the loophole there, Joe, is he's like, the voice is like, let me create these enemies as part of the trial, right? And they came from inside of us. Clever loophole, I guess. There you go. We've fought a battle now. I just need to find Uncle and see what he has to say. He's crying on the ground.
Oh, if it isn't my favorite nephew, why don't you give us a hand with the little pickle I've got myself into, eh? Do you know, your old Uncle Pike works himself to the bone each and every day, which means sometimes he forgets to take care of the little things. It's not my fault I'm so busy, but my landlord, he doesn't see it that way. He won't get off my case just because I'm a teensy bit behind on the rent. What's the problem here? Can't you simply explain your situation to your landlord and pay him what you owe? Thank you, Your Majesty. Why didn't I think of that? How exactly is a humble working man like me supposed to come up with an entire half a year's rent at the drop of a hat? Perhaps you can enlighten me. Let's get going. We've got stone tablet fragments to find, and this is clearly a massive waste of time. What's that? Stone tablet fragments, you say? You mean those things with the maps chiseled on them? Well, as it happens, I might have seen one or two of those in my time. What? Where? Tell us everything. Come on, Your Majesty, surely you can't expect me to give precious information like that away for free, can you? I mean, I could have you executed, right? Puzzles have been dumbed down. Have they really? Master Blaster, oh, okay. So that shadow puzzle, was it a lot more complicated in the original? Like I said, I'd like to go back to my 3DS version and see what the same chunk of the game feels like on that, because it's been years since I played it. But of course, if my favorite nephew here wants to know, well, I'd never dream of denying him anything. I'll ask, is that you help me fatten my purse a little? Sound like a fair deal? Sure. That's the spirit. Right then, all I need you to do is have a quick poke around town and bring me, let's say, 3 empty bottles. Listen up, I don't want any old bottles. I want nice sparkly ones that you could just spot glinting in the sun from a mile off. 3 of those and the jobs are good. If I want to pay my rent, you're my only hope. How is he going to pay rent with bottles? It's not like anyone else on the island would lend me so much as a brass farthing. Right then, once you got the bottles, come find me in Rainbow Cove up north. Toodaloo. Dude, he is such a snake. What's he doing up in Rainbow Cove anyway?
Okay, there's a hint. I keep pushing B on accident, but it gives me good hints. Seems I gotta go to the tavern to get bottles. There's one right outside the door. None there. Can't take that one. How many times do I have to tell you this is my place of work? You stand on that side, not this side. There's got to be at least one more in there. Let's see. Let me search around without talking to people first. I see the sparkles over there. Empty bottle. They seem to be actually visual, but I'll talk to people anyway.
Oh.
Well, the man himself's been shouting about from the rooftops, hasn't he? Me and Colby, we're gonna be rich. I'd be careful if I were you. Your Uncle Pike's a disaster waiting to happen.
I agree with you there. Okay.
Hey!
Can I offer you a glass of juice on the house?
I'm all right for now, thank you.
I was actually wondering if you had an empty bottle we could borrow. Empty bottles? There should be a spare in a barrel out the back. Might even be clean. Really? That's great. Thank you very much.
Barrel out back. Another sparkly here. Empty bottle. We got 3. And there's another one. There's 4.
Hey!
Right, we've got the bottles. Let's head for Rainbow Cove. It's a funny little place, all tucked away like that, but I kind of like it. You feel almost protected in there, you know what I mean? I still don't know how to get to over there. How do you get down there? Let's see, we're headed this way. Let's just see what I'm using mouse controls right here. What the Rainbow Cove has to offer, and we'll probably end the stream there. Wow, it's already 2:30. Jeez. Let's give the uncle the bottles, and then we'll probably call it a day until Friday when we have our nostalgia sleepover and play more Final Fantasy VI.
Oh,
So, did you get 3 empty bottles for me? You're a lifesaver, Colby. Yeah, these'll do nicely. Now, next you'll have to fill these beauties up with some of this lovely rainbow water. Give us a shout when you're done.
Yes. Some bottle. Okay, so it filled all of them. Colby hands over the bottles full of watered pike.
Well done, lad. I knew I could count on my favorite nephew.
All right, we've done our bit. Care to tell us what you're planning to do with all your bottled water?
Bottled water? You think it's just bottled water, do you? Why, this is holy, holy water, your majesty. Whether you drink it down or splash it around, good things are bound to come your way. Youth, beauty, riches, the sky's the limit. Probably. All I need to do is find some mugs. I mean, discerning customers, and convince them that this is the one and only way to solve all their worries.
And you really think this is going to work?
Confidence, that's the trick with stuff like this. If you believe, they'll believe. And then they'll be chucking money at you. All right. Let it never be said old Pike ain't a man of his word. Come on, you lot. Let's go and get your reward.
Ayo?
This is the spot. Now, I think it was around this bit of wall here.
I noticed that the leaves looked out of place there when I came in here first.
I stumbled upon it after I'd somewhat overdone it one night and came to splash some water on my face. I saw the stone tablet inside, but it didn't reckon where there was any money to be made from it, so I left it where it was. I don't have the foggiest why you're so keen on collecting old bits of rubble, but If you think if it's fair trade, reward, who am I to say any different?
Huh.
I wouldn't normally trust your uncle any further than I could throw him. But it's not like we have any better ideas. Come on, let's head in. Oh, it's a door. Pollock and Pike. They're both named after fish. Oh, yeah, I didn't even make that connection. That's funny. Dude, the water looks amazing. Look at the water animation. Wow, and there's a door down there. Guessing we got to drop these into the holes. Master Blaster, tell me this was a more complicated puzzle in the original. I don't remember. But I'm guessing it was. Dun, 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 dun. Take that, water. Now we can move on. There it is. What luck? Colby finds a yellow fragment. Nice one. Trust my favorite nephew to take... Oh, this is Pike. Trust my favorite nephew to take care of business. You don't make me punch you in the throat if you're being weird about something. All right, then, let's have a look at that stone tablet. I'll give you an expert appraisal of its value, and I won't even charge for the service. We appreciate the offer and everything, but... No need to be shy, Your Majesty. As a responsible adult in the room, I just think I should take a little look so I can tell you what it's really worth. Come on, my dearest nephew, cough it up. Or you gonna make me do this the hard way? Bite me, bro. All right, your choice. Let's take a look under your hat. Okay, then let's try your pockets. Bingo. Well, if it isn't my sizzling stone, I thought I lost this little beauty. How'd you get your hands on it? Colby's been pickpocketed by Pike. The sizzling stone is no longer in his possession. I knew my luck was going to change. If I'm going to offload this little beauty, well, forget about 6 measly months' rent. I could buy Esther's blooming castle. Well, I won't be needing all this holy water no more. Why don't you take a bottle for yourself? It's actually holy water. Come on, Uncle Pike. Dude, I'd break his kneecaps. He's the creepy uncle at Thanksgiving that just wants to talk politics and conspiracies. Well, then, I best be off. Fine work today. Your uncle really is unbelievable. But who cares about that? We've got ourselves another stone tablet fragment. All that effort was worth it on the end.
Hey!
We've done it. We've got the 3 tablet fragments. Let's head over to the shrine and see what that statue has to say. Is this going to be the end of the demo, I wonder? Because if so, like, I might as well just beat it, right? Pull up the old Google here. Where does the Dragon Quest VII Reimagined demo end? Wow, no, it goes on. A substantial 4 to 5 hour experience. Holy mother. Well, we're going to stream this next Wednesday. We're going to keep streaming this. Let's save it and call it a day for now. And we're going to keep going next week. That's wild that this demo is that beefy. I'm going to have to redo all that on Switch if I get it. I really don't want to play it on Steam. This is fine for a stream, but like, I would totally want this on Switch. Well, that was fun. Yeah, dude, and thanks for your insights, Joe. That was really helpful. I'm glad you told me about the camera. Thank you, Joe, for the 2 donations. Bumped us up to 24 bucks. I know it's 20 here, but his super sticker was worth 4 bucks, so that's amazing. On our way to a good capture card. Next time I'll be sure to have headphones so we can solve that problem.
3 hours and we ain't done anything. That's crazy. Let me do this. This is all wacky. I apologize. That was really fun though. I really liked that a lot. What a cool game. I'm pretty sure, I mean, like I said, it's been years since I played Dragon Quest VII last, and it was on the 3DS version. And I don't remember it that well, but I gotta say, I'm into it this time. I'm really liking it. And we haven't even gotten to the best part about RPGs like this, which is the battles and the leveling and the character, upgrading and stuff like that. Like, that's the best part. And Dragon Quest is very good at that. That's one of its strengths. Um, wow, imagine how long this reimagined game will end up if that's how long the demo is. Yeah, Jesse, I've heard, if I remember right, I've heard this game is like I think Joe said earlier, it's the longest Dragon Quest, and I think it clocks in at like 150 hours for like a standard playthrough, which is just insane. Um, I'm really liking it though. So far, this is great. Yeah, I'm kind of sold on this. We'll see how the rest goes. See if we can beat it next stream on Wednesday. This Friday will be a nostalgia sleepover. We're going to go back to Final Fantasy VI. Jesse's kind of my guide on that. He's been texting me some tips and tricks, and I'm like, yes, I totally forgot about all of that. So thank you, Jesse, for that. I'll see you guys late Friday night for our nostalgia sleepover. Other than that, we're almost to 5,000 subscribers. So just share the videos anywhere you think it's relevant to do so. I've got more videos coming up soon talking about the Switch 2. I think I'm going to actually make another video about the doll engine used in this game, the real life doll scans that they use for this, which is so cool. There's more to be said on that than what we did this stream. Video about Resident Evil 9 Requiem being not in VR. Like, there's a lot of things I want to talk about. So keep an eye on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't. But I appreciate every one of you. Thanks so much for joining. Close out the game here on my other screen. I got unfortunately, more errands and stuff to run today. More stuff to do. But as of right now, got a couple people still in here. So thanks you guys for watching and tuning in. I will catch you Friday. Love you guys. Talk to you later. See ya.